Hello and welcome back. I'm really excited about this episode because it's our very first music theory tutorial. Like the title says, I want to share with you how to make better melodies every single time. In this tutorial, I want to share with you 3 easy tips that can really help you with making melodies. So let's get started. First, close the gaps in your melodies. A common mistake is placing notes too far apart. The listener should be able to expect the note. If the notes are too far apart, it won't be predictable to the listener, and they won't enjoy it. So basically, what I mean by too far apart is playing notes over multiple octaves. Now, an octave is from one C to another C, and everything in between these 2 points is an octave. A problem that a lot of people have is they will play over 2 octaves. So from that C to this C, there's going to be too big of a difference in tone, and it's going to be unpleasant to your listeners' ears. So, for example, if we let's program something simple here. If we programmed this, let me make sure the BPM is right. Yeah, that's good. We can work with that. Okay, cool. If we programmed something simple, but we're going to purposefully mess it up. We're going to make it too high of an octave. You're going to see compared to how it's going to sound poorly to your ears compared to keeping it within the same octave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to program one, the poorly programmed one, we're over multiple octaves. And then I'm going to program the exact same simple little melody, but I'm going to keep it within 1 octave. And you're going to see the difference. Let me make sure I did. I think it was G and G sharp, yeah. And you're going to see the difference it makes in the listener's experience. So, okay, G, G sharp. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have. So as you can see, the difference between the first example, the example where the notes were played spaced too far apart over separate octaves, was not a very good sound. And the second one, where the notes were played spaced relatively close together in the same octave, was much more pleasant to listen to. And the same is going to be for your listeners. So a good general rule of thumb is to keep your notes all within the same octave. That's not always a steadfast rule, though, as you'll see later on in different videos, but we're not going to go over that right now. Second, we need to think before we write. We can get into a habit of just clicking stuff in without thinking about what we're doing. And what about the melody that was in our head? It may sound cool, but most of the time it is not the melody that comes out. So what we heard in our head might sound really cool, but what we actually get is closer to the random notes here. Third and finally, start using your chords to form melodies. You can form a melody by using the notes in a chord simply by playing the notes separately. Here's a simple one to show you what I mean. Hey guys, thanks for joining me. If you liked it, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell for any notifications on new videos concerning beats or tutorial videos we put out. If you like today's video, go ahead and hit that like button and visit me on Facebook. Add me on Facebook for any updates or notifications on any new projects coming out, beats or tutorial videos, or anything else we end up working on. Have a good one.